Am I on live? Damn, I look good for my age. I ain't being conceited. I'm just being blessed. Anyway, be go. Today, the topic is about. What do you think the topic is about? Was you reading anything on my page? It's about forgiveness. Yeah. Very hard thing to do for a lot of people is to forgive. And not knowing what happens after you forgive is the most transforming feeling you will probably ever feel, because it releases so much tension and so much anger and animosity because of things that we have been through or went through during our life. So I ask God to walk with me and teach others how to forgive. Because as for me, it took a long time for me to forgive. Why? Because I held in so much anger. It caused my family, as I was raising up my children, to go on their own way, because I was on my own way. I was a thug in the street. You know me. The one that used to walk around with sawed-off shotguns inside my sleeve of my coat, and my kids watching this, which this caused them to go to gangs. One became Blood and the other one became Crip. And it was actually my fault, because I didn't know no better. As for being a parent, I didn't even know what a parent meant. Truth be told, I probably couldn't even spell the word parent. But the thing is that as time goes by and time went on, God seemed to transform me and bring more wisdom into my life, and teaching me how to have empathy. Because certainly none of my foster parents taught me how to have empathy. I had to learn this on my own. I had to learn how to be accountable for my own sins. And once I asked God to forgive me, it's easier to forgive me than to forgive others. But then I realized that God can't forgive me if I don't forgive myself. So I had to learn how to forgive myself and give everything to God and ask God to work with me and transform me to the person who I am today. And today I believe that I am a powerful woman for God. I am, in fact, God's text queen. Although there'll be some nights I'll be like, God, some mornings I'll be like, God, I'm so tired I cannot write. Sometimes I can't even focus. But because of His grace and His compassion, He has learned how to deal with me and learn how to change me and learn how to transform me. He has taught me how to forgive. And once I forgave, everything else, it just felt like breaking chains. Chains just breaking and breaking. You know, it caused me to learn how to forgive others, because that was the most important key. Because if I didn't forgive others, I was holding a lot of anger and animosity and hate and bitterness inside of me. And this is one thing that I should not do, because it will hinder my life. Certainly nobody wants to go through all of that misery. We have all been on trials and tribulations, and we have all went through situations where we wanted to be forgiven. And when we asked God to forgive us, what did He go ahead and do? Exactly, He forgave us. So this is where we should step in and say, well, how would it feel to forgive someone else? How does it feel? What do you feel when you forgive, really forgive? Not sit there and say, yeah, I forgive you, and then you bring it back up. And I'm talking about laying everything on the altar And even if they don't even ask you for forgiveness, you still forgive them. Do you see that happening? Does anybody see that happening? Well, in fact, that's what hinders your bitterness. It will stop your bitterness. It will stop your anger. It will stop and transform you. So I ask of you all that are raising children, that are making a difference out of other people's lives, is the first things first. Is to first accept God into your life, then ask Him to teach you how to forgive. It's like breathing in and out. But once you feel that, you feel so relaxed, so relieved to know that God can transform you. So my suggestion is to learn how to forgive. God bless you all. Be blessed. I don't know what else to say.